Hello, you are watching The Garden Corner Show. So if you're watching this show and you really meant to watch something else, you're on the wrong channel. Hey, I am J-Dog, Jonn Karsseboom. I'm here with Mr. Dave. I want to show you real quick some really cool things that came in and really get me going for the springtime. So if you're feeling blue and you want some color, some texture, I've got some ideas for you. Follow along. Now, I've mentioned the hellebores, and it's just I love them. And I showed you earlier on where they're just starting to peek a few blooms out, and right now it's just a glory season. Look at these guys, they're just going to town. Nice and full plants, lots and lots of blooms. You can depend on these guys for years and years and years to come. So, and of course, this one here is Jacob, and Jacob is famous because it comes up that pure white bloom. Later on has that pink hue to them. So a great one for shade, great one for containers. Now, along the lines, I just want to show you this guy right here. This one's called Joseph Lemper, and also that pure white bloom. So in that shady area where we get lots of deep dark greens, dark colors, white really pops up, and especially in defiance of all winter weather. So, neat thing about Joseph Lemper too is as the blooms get older, it turns kind of this green hue to it. So, long-lasting blooms, a really good garden investment. Now, right behind these guys are some cordylines. These are new cordylines. As a matter of fact, it's called New Red. So, cordylines are nice ones. These are traditionally called the spikes. So you normally have the green spikes. This one has an ever so different color. It's that darker red, almost phormium-like in its growing. So it looks like a New Zealand flax. Now, cordylines we traditionally sell them as an annual, but a really good investment as far as an annual, because 9 out of 10 of them will winter over. So I call it a really tough annual. So now, as these get taller, normally they all grow from a single stalk. But like I said, this one's a little bit different because it almost looks like a flax, especially that deep dark coloring. As it gets older, it gets a bigger and bigger, girth to it, and it gets taller as well. Certainly prune out the outer fronds, and then it grows all from the middle. But then as it gets really big, then you'll need to winter protect those guys, wrap them, or let them go because they're relatively inexpensive. So great long-lasting annual. So that's Cordyline New Star. Let me show you some other ones. Over here. Are you keeping up? Now, I'm picking this guy out. This is Acorus Ogon, and I've mentioned this one before, but it's just a great value right now because you can get them in these quart pots, a smaller pot. Acorus is a great investment because it's relatively inexpensive. Now, later on, we will have these in gallon pots, fuller. The neat thing about this is that even in wintertime, they look good. They're one of those two that just defy all winter weather. Strong golden color. I love the warm colors in the wintertime. So they're great to pop into containers. Certainly, pop them in with color if you like. Pop them in with different foliage. As a matter of fact, take something like this, a holly fern, Acorus Ogon, and take something like this Angelina sedum. Let me grab you a nice one here. These guys, and it makes for just a great small container, tough as nails. Now, some things too about Angelina sedum. Now, the holly ferns are great too, by the way, and ferns are a neat one. Now, come February, we're going to start chopping those back because we all want fresh new foliage. But I forgot what the whole process of thought was. But this guy, Angelina sedum. Now, neat thing about these is that also very winter tough. These ones here we had in a lot of customers' window boxes. We do some winter window boxes, and this is the guy that's very dependable about trailing over the top and getting very, very full, even when it's covered with snow. So now, right now, it's kind of a chartreuse lime green. as it gets more golden coloring. So you want to go over, Mr. Dave, and go see that? Let's go take a look. So, oh, hey, before we go over there, I got to show you these. We just did some big containers, hanging containers for downtown Portland, and is that name dropping? Did I just name drop?
You did.
Okay, sorry about that. Well, I'm just a name dropping, shameless name dropping. But KT, this is a blood good maple, by the way, and just as an idea for your containers is popping in, cutting off some branches on this to give you some height for your container. Great winter look. As a matter of fact, KT even has this one. Hey, take a look at KT's project. Guys, just gotta show you. Come over here. Is she a magician or what? She's turning this. Wait till you see this. I'll show you on the next video what's going to happen here. As a matter of fact, we've got to get this step by step. Anyway, she's come up with this some great ideas. Include the little bird nest as well on your containers. So let me show you that Angelina sedum. Take a look, take a look. Now, by the way, continue to work on the botanical gardens, and I don't know if you can see over the shoulders, we just hauled out some trees and what have you, but it'll all be cleaned up. Angelina sedum, see how full it is. It's just something that will, and this will go to town. So if you have trails nicely, tough as nails. And now also, by the way, incidentally, that these guys are great to root in. You can just take cuttings, stick them in the ground, and then let them go to town. So oftentimes underneath you'll have some growing as well. But that is the show for the day. And you know what? Hold tight. I've got to get you the quote. I've got some great ones. Hold on. Here it is. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. Thank you, Robert Louis Stevenson. That's the show for the day. Live your passion.
You see me right out of the sunset on the color TV screen.